Hello, everybody. Hello. Trying to make that smooth, but that didn't go quite as well as I expected. But anyway, never mind. Hello, Vicky. Hello, are you Gary? Hello, Marianne. Hello, Liz and Ali and Beth and Louise and Fiona. Don't think anybody else yet is there. I think that's what we've got so far. Anybody else who's lurking? Hello. How are we all doing? Are we all doing all right? It's very murky here in the UK at the moment. Well, where I am it is. Looks like it could brighten up, but yeah. So yes, how are we all? Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Right, let me do my little housekeeping. So as usual, if you're watching this back, this is a live stream. It will be chatty. If you don't like the chat, you can come join us because it's more interesting. Or you can wait. There will be a tutorial coming later in the week. Or you can just skip through the bits you don't want to hear and find the bits you do want to hear. It's that easy. Massive thank you to all my members. Thank you so much. Hello, Carrie. Not sure how long I will stay awake as it's 1:30 a.m. Oh my goodness, yes, Fiona, you know what? You have absolute permission to go to sleep. Not that you need it. 1:30 a.m. Goodness me, I'm surprised you even tuned in, to be fair. But yeah, no, you definitely, if you need to go to sleep, please do. Like you say, you can always watch it back. Sorry, the harring noises are me just trying to clear my glasses, because they are very murky and dirty and horrible, and I can't see. There we go. Now I can see. Hi, Anne. Good to see you. Yes, cool. Right, let me just want to finish the scroll of members to say thank you very much. There's a bit of card showing there. Bit of my prepped card going on. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week been? Yeah. What's the weather like where you are? Are you, Gary? Have you still got hot weather over there? Is it still heat wave time? Which is crazy to me that you guys have still got a heat wave. It's like, I don't know how much it is over here. I think it's probably about between 50 and 59 degrees Celsius over here, Fahrenheit over here. Not Celsius, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, about 10 to 15 degrees roughly. Yeah. Okay, right. So let us make a start, I think. Let me just double check, make sure I've not had any extra messages that haven't appeared. No, good. Okay. So, hi Annie, dull and windy in Bristol. Yeah, it is here as well. It's autumn though, isn't it, I suppose? So, well, yeah, it's autumn still. I think November still classed as autumn. Right, so the card we are doing today is one that so it's not directly the same as, but I saw, and some of you who follow her will have seen it, Sam Calcott from Mixed Up Crafts did a double floating cube tower card, and I want to have a go at her double floating cube tower card. However, in the midst of all that, I had another idea. So let me quickly read comments and then I will show you the card we're making. Sunny in the Netherlands, that's good. Rainy in Norway. Fiona, you've had sun 3 days straight after 2 months of constant storms and rain. Well, I'm glad, Fiona, that you finally got 3 days of sunshine, because you need it, especially after that much rain. And this morning we had sun, but now it's a bit cloudy. Okay, well, I'm glad you've had a bit of sun. Hopefully it'll come back again. So my version of this card, Marianne, in Eindhoven, it's still sunny. Good. I'm glad you've still got sunshine. You need it. 4 degrees. Beautiful and sunny, Liz. Wow. Okay, 4 degrees is quite chilly, I have to say. Right, so my version of this card, I'm calling it a double floating tiered box card, and it looks like this. Now, I originally made it so it looked like that, but then I was like, actually, that looks like a Christmas tree. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it like a Christmas tree. So this is based off of Sam Calcott's card. So please go and check out Sam's double floating cube tower card. She's done a couple of sizes now, I think, and it's fantastic. Hers are great. So I thought I'd have a go, and I thought I'd have a bit of a try and do my own little version of it, change it up a little bit. So yeah, so this is the one I've done. So I'm going to do it like this time and actually make those into Christmas trees. Because originally when I did it, I was thinking of it standing like that. So sort of like that, and having these off to the side. It does fold flat. So the way I was thinking we could fold it flat is you just fold all of the, like this side actually, all of these down. And if you want to, you can do it so they all fold down in the middle like that. or if you want to, you can do one front, one back. It will end up being a bit chunky, but it's not too bad. I think it probably wouldn't go through as a normal small letter card in the UK. But yeah, so that's it. Folds down to 5 by 7, and then when they get it, they can do what they want with it. They can put it up like this. They can have it like this. But as I said, the one we're going to do today is more like a Christmas tree, I thought. So yeah. Oh my goodness, Belinda, you sound like you're having a wonderful time. Cool. That sounds good. In the sunshine, in the pool, drink in hand, 2 more hot days left. Fabulous. Well, welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the live by the pool. You like the die cut? Yes, so this one is an In Love Art Shop one. And you'll see this. I'm going to do a craft haul for my In Love Arts, my latest one. That'll be coming up hopefully this weekend. But I've already started making cards with them all, so you'll be seeing these. Hi, Evelyn. So yeah, so this is the card we're doing today. So as I said, I am going to do it. Got lots of space to write on the back. I have decorated the back panels as well. You've got lots of space, and as I said, it does fold down flat. So this one I actually put together slightly differently to the way Sam did, but today I'm going to try her way of sticking it together, just so I can see which out of the 2 ways I prefer. Like, you know, you really could try it either way. But yeah, so let's get on with it. Let me put this somewhere. I'm sure I'll need to bring it back in a minute. Hi, Julian. Good to see you. Good to see you. So to start with, let's do these. Let's start with sticking these bits down first before we crack on with scoring and what. So you're going to need 2 bits of 5 by 7 base card. Let me just move all these bits out of the way for a second. Okay, so 2 bits of 5 by 7 base card, and on them you are going to need 2 mats that are 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then 1 pattern that's 4.5 by 6.5, and 1 white that is 4.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down. I'm going to hope that if I use glue, it'll be okay. I got this really thin because I wanted to keep it thin. I didn't want to go too thick because then it bends easier. So, hi April in Vermont, USA. What's the weather doing there? Hopefully you've got some decent weather. I'm really hoping this is not going to be a problem because I haven't tried this Yoo-hoo on this thin gold. I'm hoping if I stay away from the edge, then it doesn't really matter what it does in the middle because it's hidden. As long as it doesn't affect the other bit. So we're going to stick this down on here like this. Hi Karen, good to see you. Good to see you. You like this one? Good. I really do want to do the exact same as the one Sam did. I want to have a go with that particular one. But I was like, oh, hang on, let me just change the sizes first. So I haven't actually made an original yet. I just literally went straight to going off pieced, which can sometimes go wrong, but thankfully this time it didn't, so that was good. So let's stick this down on here. Like this. And as you can see, I've already stamped my greeting. I was trying to get ahead with making sure everything was together. Okay, so that is that and that done. So we can put those 2 to one side for the moment. And we need to bring in our pieces that we need to score. Now, I've already prepped one of them, of each of the sizes. So let's grab the school board. Okay, so you're going to need in total 2 pieces of base card that are 1.5 by 7 inches. So I've already done one of them, but I'm going to score this one. And you're going to score these at 1/2 inch, at 2 inches, at 3.5, at 5, and at 6.5. Okay, so you've got 2 pieces that you do that on. Then you want 2 pieces. Hi Valerie, how are you? How are you? 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 9, and on this one you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, at 2.5, at 4.5, at 6.5, and at 8.5. Okay, so you've got 2 pieces that you do that on. Then you need 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 11, and on these we're going to score them at 1/2 inch, 3 inches, 5.5, 8 inches, and at 10.5. Okay, so that is all of your scoring done. Then we can go ahead and just fold and burnish all our score lines. Now, a couple of the score lines we might need to just fold back the opposite direction, but for now, if we just do this, it's fine. Because as I said, I haven't actually made it this other way. I've only made it a different way to how Sam did hers. Because I thought that it might work, but now I'm thinking, let me just try it the original, like the way she did it, and then we can see which way I prefer. Because I think her way might work better. So let's fold and burnish all of these. With each one, I'm just kind of lining them up, because otherwise what can happen is they kind of go off a bit squiffy, and you don't want to end up with squiffy score lines, because then you end up with a wonky tree. And we don't want a wonky tree. So I'm kind of folding them over and just kind of lining them up so we can get them in the right place. Okay, there we go. So then, if we stick down our mats and patterns, we need to go ahead and let me get these in order. I'll start with the top one first, so the little one first. So in total, you're going to need 8 pieces. If you want to do front and back, like I have, you're going to need 8 pieces of mat that are 1.25 by 1.25, and 8 pieces of pattern that are 1 by 1. And so these are going to go 4 on this one and 4 on your other piece. So let's go ahead and stick those down. Oh, it's brightening up here now. The sun's trying to come out. That's good. Okay, so let's stick this down. So the papers I'm using today are from my Yuletide Wishes. So this is from the Yuletide Wishes, and the other one as well that I'm using. Both of them are from the Yuletide Wishes paper pack, and that is available on Amazon, and it's also as a paper pad, and it's also available as a digital kit over in my Ko-fi shop as well. So let's stick these down. If I get a chance, I might try and add some of these newer kits onto Etsy. It's just having time, because as some of you might have noticed this morning, there wasn't a live stream scheduled for today because I didn't have time to do it and I forgot. Hi Judy, how are you? How are you? So yeah, so thankfully Vicky messaged me and said, "Is there a live?" And I was like, "Oh gosh, yes there is," and I've forgotten to schedule it. So I literally ran down the stairs and quickly scheduled it. Right, that's a bit wonky, but anyway, that'll do. That'll be at the back, so it won't matter too much. Okay, so then for the next size up, so for the middle strip, you are going to need 8 pieces of mat that are 1.25 by 1.75, and 8 pieces of pattern that are 1 by 1.5. So again, 4 on one, 4 on the other. Deb, the sun's just come out in Portsmouth too. Ah, cool. Oh, you know what, Deb? I'm coming to Portsmouth. I'm coming to Portsmouth in 3.5 weeks' time, because I will be getting on the I'll be getting on a cruise ship from Portsmouth. So yeah, I'm going to get the train down to Portsmouth, and then I think I will have to hang around for a little bit in Portsmouth, and then I will get over to the docks. So I will be down there soon. April, 40 degrees so far. Oh, what's that? Okay, so that's not very much, about 4 degrees in Celsius. 7:45. Wow, okay, so it's not too bad. For old Fiona, it's like 1:30. Well, it'll be more than that now. Even later than that. Right, let's stick this down on here. Let's stick this down on here. Like that. And then let's Oh. Stick this down and try not to get it wonky. There we go. Right, so that's that one. And then on this one here, you need 8 pieces, dear me, of mat that are 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and 8 pieces of pattern that are 1 inches by 2 inches. And they are going to go on here. So 4 on here, 4 on the other strip. Fiona, I was hunting for the live after the HD show. Thought I was looking in the wrong place. No, 140. Oh my goodness. 148. Oh my goodness. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Fiona, how are you even still awake? Yeah, no, I actually thought about doing it last week and then I forgot. And then I meant to do it again yesterday, and then I just got so much stuff that's sort of urgent that it's like firefighting, like trying to work out what to do first. It's like, which bit do I tackle first? And then I start to do something, and then I get like taken off because of whatever something's happened, or I got a phone call, or I got a text, or I got an email, or something. I don't know. And then I forget. Then I get distracted. I just, you know how it is. So yeah. So I do keep. I mean, in fact, from last week, I was intending to do it to get them all scheduled. So this morning I went ahead and I've scheduled obviously today's, and I've scheduled all the way up to I think the first Tuesday in January. So there's only 1 week out of those where, is it 1 week? I think there's only 1 week out of those where I'm not doing a live, and that's because I'm away. So I think that is the only one. Yeah, it's the only one. Yeah, there's only one because I'm away from a Wednesday through to a Monday. So, I mean, like 12 days. So it's the Tuesday in December, first Tuesday in December, I think it is on the way. So, yeah, there won't be a live stream on that day. However, and in fact, yeah, so I've got an exciting announcement that I will probably put up as a post, I think. Yeah, I'll probably do it as a post, and that will be coming soon, very soon, in fact. Right, so that's that, and then obviously I've done the other ones. So here are the other ones. So there's all your pieces. You've got that one, you've got that one, and you got that one. Right, so next up, sounds familiar. Had they did notifications for them all. Yes, I apologise for that. Right, so now let me think. So if we're doing it this other way, so I haven't actually stuck it together this way yet. I've only stuck it together a certain way that so I just need to figure out what is the best way of doing this. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll take the front one, and I'm going to put a line of red tape down either side here. And I think this will work. So we're going to put a line of tape down here. Now you could use wet glue, but I'm going to go with red tape just because I want it to stick straight away. I don't want to end up having to wait, and also I don't want it to move. So, hi Bobby, good to see you. So I'm going to put a line of red tape down here. So there we go. A line of red tape. Do I want to do a line of red tape down here as well? No, I'm going to glue that, I think. Yeah, so let's leave that like that. And then we'll do a line of red tape on this one as well, on the inside. Again, I'm kind of winging it a little bit because I haven't done it this way yet. So you're kind of learning with me here. We can make the mistakes together, and then you know what not to do if it all goes horribly wrong. But I think if anything, it will just have a bit more tape than it needs. But I'd rather that than it not have enough. So I'm going to put a line tape down there and a line tape down there. Just make sure I have it the right way up. That's the right way up. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put red tape on these tabs, but we're going to do it on this side of the tabs. But just on one, you don't have to do it on the other, just on one of the tabs. So on one tab, doesn't matter which one. So per strip, red tape just on the inside. I know it is quite brave, but to be honest, with the type of sticking down we're doing, I think red tape's going to be okay. Famous last words. So yeah, so that's like that. Let's do red tape here. And that. That's that one done. And I'm using a non-directional paper. I would advise using a non-directional paper. If you're doing this for the first time, I would definitely advise using a non-directional, just so it's one less thing to think about. Because it doesn't matter which way up you put your strips, it doesn't matter, you know. I mean, I've gone for a directional paper on my big pieces, but that's not such of a challenge because, you know, as long as you kind of just keep a bit of an eye and make sure you definitely, you know, things are definitely the right way up, then you should be fine. Okay. Now, there was something that I saw Sam do for one of hers, and I considered doing it for mine. However, I don't think my card is quite thick enough that it would work. So we will just wing it and see. Right, so my card needs to be this way up. So what I'm going to do is turn this over so that this is the top, this is the bottom. I'm going to start with the bottom one. So that's this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the backing off. I think I'll just, shall I partially remove it or shall I fully remove it? I'm going to fully remove it, which is a bit dangerous, but I'm going to fully remove it just because I don't want flappy bits. And then we're going to take this, and essentially that is going to stick on there so that this score line here lines up with the cut edge. However, in order so that I know that it's definitely going to line up, I'm going to fold that tab over like that. And then we are going to line this up here. Line this up here and stick it down, and I've laid it out so then I know here it's straight. Okay, so then we're going to take the top one, we'll take one of the short ones, and we're going to do the same up the top, because then we can line it up on that edge there, and we can also line it up with the top of our card like that. Sorry, my head's got in the way. So that's like that. And then we just got the middle one to do. So make sure you are choosing the right size of strip, because when I made my prototype, I went and stuck two long strips on, then a short strip, and I put two medium ones on here. So just make sure, check twice before you stick down. Now with this one, you probably want to stick it open like this, because you want to make sure that your gaps in between the strips are kind of equal, and you also want to make sure that you're that it's straight. So if you've got them all like that, you can make sure that it's all straight. If you want to, you can kind of bring these over and then just stick that one down on top, and then you can make sure you're definitely getting it lined up. But I'm hoping it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. Okay, so that is that. Now you have got a couple of sticky bits here, but I won't worry about that just yet. In fact, what I might do is I might just stick this back on top, just so we don't end up with any accidents. I'm just going to stick that backing just back on top again. And then we're going to come over and we're going to do the same on this side. So, again, I'm going to take the backing off. And I'm going to take the whole backing off, which is very brave. But anywho, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep that backing as well, because I'm going to need that in a minute. And we're going to repeat the whole process over here. So again, I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to stick that down, make sure it fits okay. Yeah, it does, nice and straight. I'm going to leave it stuck like that for now. And I am just leaving my red tape on my tabs on the right, but to be honest, I don't think it really matters. So, right, excuse me if I get my head in the way. I just need to make sure I'm getting this straight. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one here, again, fold it over and make sure it is nice. And in fact, you can kind of line it up with the one on the other side if you want. So it kind of overlaps here. Okay, so that is it looks a bit like a crab. I think it looks a bit like a crab, personally. So you end up with this thing with lots of legs. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to peel that backing back off again. And then we're going to take each of... so what I would do now, actually, before we do... hang on, let me think about this. Oh, yes. So before we do any more, you want to get yourself 4 pieces of acetate that are 1 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick one of them here. And you'll notice it's a bit too short. It's not quite, tall enough. But you want to use your top one as your guide. And you want to make sure that it fits nicely in between. And it goes down. So obviously it's not going to, it just needs to be straight. Okay. And while that's there, I'm just going to go ahead and add some red tape on it. And you won't, and if you look carefully, you'll be able to see this red tape. But it's not too bad. I did try and cover it up at one point, but it was a bit tricky. And to be honest, it's not really worth doing. So with it like this, I'm just going to stick that down. One thing I would say, try not to get your tape too close to this edge, because when you're sticking it down, you end up going over, or it moves up slightly, you'll end up with the sticky bit showing. So just be mindful of that. So I'm going to stick this one a little bit further up just to allow for a bit of extra. I mean, it's not so bad when you're doing this one, but it's when we do the other one in a minute. I'm going to stick that down the middle like that. I'm actually not going to do 2 in the middle. Okay, so that's that one. And let's do the other one while we're here. In fact, I think we should do all 4 while we're at it, because while it's open, it's just a bit easier to see. You're only sticking 2 down at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 on the very end, 1 on the very end, and then we want 1 a bit further down, but not too far down. Same on this one here, and then 1 in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to go for a bit longer on this one. I'm just going to do it down the middle like this, and then I'm going to do the other 2 while I'm at it, because it's easier to get the tape on now rather than trying to guess it later on. And this would be a lot easier if we could use wet glue, but because I'm using acetate, I'd rather go for red tape. So 1 there, and 1 there. And I'm going to go 1 there, and 1 there, and then 1 in the middle. Going lengthways. Okay, so that's those 2 done. And then let's just do this one. And then we'll stick them down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing the size of the red tape here. Has anybody seen Sam's version? I'm sure you must have done, because it is amazing. It's really good. I love it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. Oh my goodness, it's so simple, but it's such a good idea. It's such a cool, it's just genius. Just like, that's just genius. Oh my goodness, my cat, if you hear the door being battered down, it's just my cat getting a bit extra. Right, let's stick that there like that. Okay, you've seen it. It is, isn't it? They're really cool cards, really nice. Right, so let's move that one out of the way, and let's move that one out of the way. And then let's grab this one here. Yes, I know, Popsy. You're so lonely. I have fed you. I have given you attention. Yes, I have. Hopefully you can't hear her mewing outside my door. Oh dear, this poor cat. The problem is, well, when she can hear me talking, that sets her off even more. Yes, it does set you off. Right, okay, let's stick this down like that. Okay, there we go. Right, so that's that one stuck down. Then we need to do this one here. You like it to, Louise, you've seen Sam's made a smaller version. Oh, okay. You struggle getting the acetate strips in. Yeah, well, I originally thought to myself, because I think I've got my acetate strips in a different place to hers because of the size of my boxes. Because my boxes aren't all even. Because I think she put hers on the front, which makes sense. If you're doing that particular card, it makes sense to do it the way she did it. But because my boxes aren't regular, they're all different sizes across the levels, you can't do it that way. So I had to think of a different way of doing it. So that's why I've done it this way. So you'll see in a minute. So it's actually, this one's actually at the back. Okay, so that is all we could do. I would like to be able to put the other one in as well, but the other one you do have to do once you've closed it up, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So you like the idea of the stagger boxes? Cool, yeah. I just like the the look of it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is, so this is different. So when I did my original one, I don't know if you can see in there. Can you see the tab there? So I actually folded it around like you'd normally do a tab, but it then means you can see the tab and it is on top of the acetate. So I thought, right, let me try it Sam's way. She actually stuck them inside. So we're going to try it that way today. Hopefully it'll work. So what we need to do is we take this, and this folds over like this. Now my only concern is that then it won't be able to fold flat, like you won't be able to fold in properly. But anyway, we're going to give it a go and hope for the best. So this we're going to stick onto there like that. This one is going to stick again, fold it in half and stick it down like that. This one here, again, let's just take the backing off and then fold it in half like this. Now I'm just going to do a quick test. Okay, so you might have to it's struggling a little bit, but you might have to just re-burnish. I reckon we can make it work. And then on this side, we're going to do the same again. So let's just take these strips off, fold in half like that. Take this one off, fold in half like this. This is kind of easy to do. You'll see, I did a tutorial for this, for that card I showed you at the beginning. So you'll see the way I did it originally. And then you can kind of see, which version you prefer. Okay, so that's like that. So that is that way. So then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to stick this on here. Now, one thing I would do is just double check the front. If you have got a right way up, which I have, just double check the front. Now, that is going to go over the top. The other thing as well I would say is that if you're planning to fold one back, you might need to trim this tiny bit, because at the moment my score lines from these are being hidden underneath this card slightly, because I think this card is ever so slightly bigger than the front. So I'm just going to trim the tiniest fraction of this, and then we don't have to worry so much. Hopefully it'll kind of fit within it. I'm literally going to take the smallest slither, like we're talking like a slither, and I'm going to take a slither off both ends because I've already stuck my. So it's not even 6 and 7/8. It's kind of like, it's literally just a fraction. but that is enough that I can now see my score lines more or less, maybe a tiny bit more, maybe just a tiny slither. Just kind of see on yours, and obviously yours will vary to mine. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I don't want to take it down too much. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick this down. So what we want to do now, this is what Sam did on one of hers, her most recent one, was she actually put foam tape in here, because obviously you've got a bit of a depth of card there. But all of my foam tape is thicker than that. The only thing I've got foam pads, but they're really small, and they're about that size. So I could use foam pads, but that's a big expanse to foam pad up. So I think what I'm going to do, the other thing you could do is put 2 squares of card in to simulate these. So I might do that. That might work. Because at the moment, if I put those 2 together like that, there is a gap. Yeah, there is a gap actually. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do then. I think I'm just going to cut out, and I haven't cut these out yet because I wasn't sure. But this is what? If we say 5 3/4, 5 3/4 by 4 7/8, I reckon. 4 7/8 by 5 3/4. Let me write that down because I'm going to forget. So 4 7/8 by 5 3/4. And I'm going to need 2 of those in the base card. So let me quickly cut those out. I just think that's probably the better way of doing it. Let me just cut those pieces. And if you do it the same colour as your base card, so literally do it out of your base card, then at least you know it's going to be the right. It's going to be the right colour. Where's my bit of paper that I just wrote it down? 4 7/8 by 5 3/4. Well, I've got a piece that's 5 1/4. Okay, let's just do what we're supposed. 5 3/4 is there. 4 7/8 is there. Okay, so there's one piece. Let me put another one in. So 5 3/4. 4 7/8. I'm just making it marginally smaller. So there we go. It's going to make it heavier. It will make it heavier. But to be honest, it's one of those cards that I would hand deliver anyway. So I'm not too bothered about that because it's one of them sort of showstoppery cards. Okay. Hi, Vet. You would do the extra card to make it even, yeah. Hi, Karen. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to stick this down. I'm going to use glue for this because I may as well. So this card I'm using, that is red card, I actually got from the craft show at the NEC because I was desperate for some red card, and I managed to find a place that did card. He didn't have a lot of plain coloured card, but thankfully he did have this one. So let's stick that in like that. Okay, I've got a little bit of a gap, but nothing too major. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll slap you come Thursday. Nice. Poor Anne. Alright, let's stick this one down. Wet glue is just a bit easier. That's going to go on there like that. There we go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and stick this down. So what I'm going to do is I am going to peel off the red tape on either side. Obviously, you're still going to have a bit of a gap there, but I'm not going to fill that in because it's so small that I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of a problem. Okay, and so we're going to just put some glue on the inside of here. And I'm going to do a last double check to make sure it is the right way up. because we all know how it goes. So that is that way up. Yeah, that's the way up. Okay, so let me grab my, there we go. That is going there, that is going there. Like that. And then let's just stick it at the top. There we go. And peel this off. So this is going to be a very, very sturdy card because you've got so many layers there. But it does mean it's not going to get bent up easily, that's for sure. Let's move all my bits of backing off. Okay. So, return this. Oh yes, that's nice and stable. Oh yeah, that's good. So you haven't got a nice dip or gap or anything. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead. Oh, I've just realised I've done this wrong. Oh no, I've done it wrong. This was the back. This should have been the back. Oh bother. This is the front because this is with the way this is like this. Oh, I've got to put this the wrong way round. Oh, I can't pull it apart either. I'm going to have to cut another bit of white and another bit of pattern. Okay, so make sure you don't do what I've just done. So you need to stick this onto the back. Oh no, I can't believe I did that. What a silly Billy. Right, bear with me while I cut out another bit of pattern and another bit of white. There had to be something goes on, doesn't there? There had to be something. Oh, I can't believe I did that. What a silly Billy. What a silly sausage I am. That's too small. Let's use a bigger piece. Oh, what an absolute silly Billy. Right. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It was going so well. I just had a feeling something was going to go wrong. Anyway, I'm making the mistake so you don't have to. 4.5. 6.5. So that is going to go on there. It's going to be really thick, this is. My days, the amount of layers this is going to have. I can't believe I did that. What a rookie error. What a rookie error. Right, let me grab another bit of white for my sentiment. 4.5 by 6.5. And that's for the other side. Okay, let me go ahead and stamp my greeting again. Deary me. Honestly, I am sleep deprived. You wondered why you didn't get a notice about this video. Yeah, the reason why you didn't get a notice was because I completely forgot to schedule. Kept meaning to do it since last week and I forgot. And then this morning, I just happened to go onto Instagram, which I don't normally do on a Friday morning, but I just happened to go on and Vicky had messaged me saying, is there a live? I was like, oh yes, goodness, there is. Oh my goodness, I haven't scheduled anything. Oops. So I quickly ran down the stairs, got my laptop out and quickly scheduled it. I've been meaning to do it since last week. It's been one of those kind of weeks. Okay. There we go. We're going to have super layers on this. My days. My goodness me. Right. That's that one done. Let me just stamp the greeting on the other one. I stepped away from the screen for just a second. A mistake happened. Yes, it did. Yes. It happened. So basically what happened was I went and stuck the I stuck the front panel. I stuck these onto the front panel. I should have stuck these onto the back panel. Right, let me grab my We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Here it is. I'm trying to use really thin layers. So this is actually the paper that I usually print. When I used to print out my digital kits, this is the paper I usually use. So it's about a 120, I think it is. So I wouldn't normally use it, but I was trying to keep my layers really like thin. And it's a good job I was, because now having to add 2 extra layers isn't a good idea. making it even thicker than it was originally. You're sure you can find something else to muck up? Well, I mean, I've done 2 mistakes. I've made this once as a prototype, once like a real one, and this is my second real one. And I've messed up on all of them so far. So there you go. Good luck. That's all I can say. I mean, hopefully now I've made 2 big mistakes. Hopefully you will then, you know, be able to avoid those, because you'll be like, oh, hang on a second, I remember Louise made this mistake. Right, so that's that one stuck on. Let's turn this over and let's stick this one onto here. You can't see through. No. Oh, it's a little bit smaller. No, it's all right. It's okay. We can cope with that. So let me stick this one down. Hi, Nicole. Now we know how to correct our mistakes. Exactly. See, this is why I make them for you. See, it's a public service. This is public service, making mistakes so that then you don't have to make them. Okay. You will get it worked out. There's always a fix. No mistakes in card making, just opportunities for a bit of a change. Absolutely. Opportunities for learning, a steep learning curve. Right, let's get that on. Get that nicely lined up so we don't end up with any bits of pattern peeking out behind. Let's see, no one would know the difference. Mistake? What mistake? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so then if we turn this over, what we want to do now is we want to put acetate here. So it's going in here and it's sticking on this side. Okay, so if we have it flat like that, you can then shimmy it in and stick it down. So what I would advise you do is you use the back one, because you're sticking them here and here. So if you have it kind of open like this, shimmy it down here so it's kind of level here, and then you can just fold it flat onto it. And that seems to work. So let's grab all of the backing off this. Now this is a bit scary because obviously you're taking all the backing off in one go. If you want to do it in sections, you can, but it's just really difficult to get in, especially in the middle one. You can't really get into it to take it off. So that's why I'm taking them all off in one go. Right, so we are doing it with sticky side up. I am shimmying this down here like this. I'm going to literally try and put it over the top of the one below, like that. And then we're going to close this onto it like that. So then when you open it up, you've got, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the acetate? No, you've got acetate here basically running down here. So you've got acetate here and here. And it just means then it all kind of goes into one, like it all follows each other. And let me just check. So that is sort of going to fold. Let me just give that a bit of a burnish here, because it will fold down like this. It just needs a bit of persuasion. There we go. That does fold like that. Okay, so that's that one done. And then we want to do the same over this side. Well, sometimes you do discover something fun. This time we didn't, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that is, apologies if you can't see me peeling tape off. It's not that exciting. Oh, right, okay, so there's another bit of acetate sticky on the top. So we're going to run again. I'm going to run this. Let's just bend these forward a little bit. I'm going to run this down here again. And I'm going to line it up with the one at the back. And then we're going to stick this down like that. Okay, and then that means now those are all kind of attached together. So you can, if you look in the top, you can see bits of the acetate, but it's really not that noticeable. Like, it really is not that obvious. I mean, at the bottom, again, it's more obvious. If you wanted to cover it up, you could. But to be honest, I don't really think it's that much of a problem. So then I thought, if this is a Christmas tree, wouldn't it be nice to have like baubles on it? That would be cool if we had baubles on the front. So I've got some Journal Say tape that I got in my last craft haul from them, and it's called Strange Christmas. And those of you who have seen the craft haul would have seen this. As you can see, it's all like the baubles on a tree, like different baubles. So I thought, So I'm going to try and use some of these, and I will have to, I think I'm going to have to just kind of like trim off some of them, but some of them are fit nicely and some of them need a bit of trimming. But yeah, so I'm going to go through now and just decorate up with baubles on the front. I might do some on the back, I'm not sure, but for the moment I'm just going to do the front. So let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. I want little ones at the top. That's a cute one. That's a little one. And I think there's enough of these. I wanted Christmas lights, but the Christmas lights that I've got are all not quite either the right colour or the right shape, or they're just not quite right. So I thought, okay, we won't do that. We'll go with baubles instead. Now, I don't normally have a problem peeling these off, but for some reason today, I think the light's not good. I'm having a bit of a struggle. Oh, there we go. So I really don't normally have a problem at all. These you come off really easily, but okay, let's stick this up here. I really can't see much. The light here is terrible because it's gone dark again. The sun's gone in again. I don't want to put my fingerprint all over it. So one of those, and is that the same? No, it's different. So let's use that one. That one can go there, like that. That's another one that's slightly different, but is also small. And these stickers, as I said, are from Journal Say. Use my code ICEDImages, all in one word. You can get 8% off your order. They've got some fabulous things. The only thing I find is if I'm advertising these, quite often people go over, well, even when I've gone over to sort of check links and stuff, and sometimes they're out of, they're not available anymore because they do go through this. They do bring in new stock all the time, which is a good thing. But obviously, if you're trying to find this exact product, it's not such a good thing. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why these are not really. Oh, there we go. They're not really coming off, but we will make them come off. Okay, and then we want some slightly bigger ones. I think we might go with that one. Quite like that one. Really shouldn't be crafting in this low level light, but anyway, never mind. Let's find another one that kind of fits. I might do a 1 and a 2 on that one, just to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, let's do a 1 and a 2. Maybe a 3 in the middle. We've got those two as well. Okay, so let's do one of these. Let's do that down there. Or up here. Maybe up there. And then we've got this little one of 2. Let's use that one. That one can go in the middle. Like here. Oh no, we'll just do that there, I think, on the end. There we go. And then we need a... Oh, that'll be on the other side. And then the bottom, I was thinking about using these big branch ones because I quite like the branchy ones. What was the... Because I've got that one there. And then I could just trim it down. But I quite like that one. That's quite a nice one. And what was the other one I saw? I need a left and a right. Is that the same? That's the same as that one. Okay. okay. You go. Interesting story. They have a parent store on AliExpress. It doesn't surprise me. I was wondering if they were the same or part of the same company as Coca Rosa and In Love. I did wonder, but I've looked it up, and I don't know that they are affiliated, but I was wondering. I wasn't sure. But I do love their stuff. So, right, I'm going to put that on there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim at the top here, making sure it doesn't stick to the acetate. I'm just going to trim that down. This could be a mistake, but hopefully it isn't. There we go. I just quite liked the tree. We could have brought it over a bit more. But anywho, there's that one. And I need a matching kind of a tree on the other side. It is quite dark. You can't really see them that well. I would have liked, as I said, to have done, I would have liked to have done lights. But as I said, I couldn't find any that really were the right, because I found some that were the right colour, but then they weren't, there was something else not right about them. They weren't the right kind of shape. They didn't really fit. So that wasn't going to happen. And then I found some other baubles that were nice baubles, but they were the wrong kind of colourway, because I wanted to stick with the kind of red, green, gold kind of look. So, our Jurassic Chaos, hello! Oh my goodness, I can't believe you finally made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're making a double floating tiered box card. This is an idea that I saw another crafter do. She did like a double, what's hers called? Hers was called a double floating cube tower card. And so I thought, it's a lady called Sam Calcott. She's got some really good ideas. So I was inspired. Right, this needs to go the other way around on this one. Need to make sure my baubles are facing downwards. There we go. Bring that up. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Very nice of you. Yeah, I did have a good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend too. It was busy. I went to somewhere in the UK called Bury St Edmunds on Saturday. I was there the whole day, so it was quite tiring. But it was good. It was very good. Went for church. So, yes, it was good. Right, where's the other one gone? That's that way. Which one is it? Oh, it's that one. This one here. Right, let's use these ones. And I need to do the top half as well. Need to find those. I'm going to put that there. Means we lose a bit of branch off the top, but that's okay. There we go. Oh, I need to trim that a bit more. Is that trimmed enough? No, not quite. There we go. Almost there. There we go. Okay, so then we need to find these same baubles again. Thankfully, you get a lot on a roll. So if you've got all these, so many of them. So we just need to find, there's one of them. And that was for the middle. Where's my pin gone? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Thought I'd lost my pin then for a second. Right, so that's that one there. So I'm going to put that here. Like that. Then we've got, oh, that was the mix-up one. And then we've got the little ones. We've got this one here. I don't know, I used that one before, did I? Must have done, because it's not, I can't see anywhere else. So this one here is one of the small ones. So we'll stick that. Oh no, it's different, but anyway, never mind. It's fine. Oh, I've already used it. It's here. Oh, so I don't need that one. Okay, let's put that one back on. I'm going to put it in the middle of a big gap. There we go. Are you going to Bury tonight? Oh, okay, cool. Right, this one was the, oh yeah, this was the oddments. This was the odd ones. So we used a big one. What have we got? We've got that one there is a big one. So let's use that one. Put my pin on, there it is. So that is that one, which is here. And then we have that little set of two. Got two there, but they're separate. I might actually use those, you know. I think I might actually. Oh no, they're not separate. They're together. Okay, cool. Are they separate? No, they are separate. That's good. I'm quite pleased that they're separate because I kind of want to make them dip a little bit more. Which one's bigger? That one's bigger. So I'm going to put that one there. Yeah, let's put that one there, like that, and then have this one coming up. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, and then this one can come up slightly here. There we go. And I've still got a ton load of stickers left, even though I've used a whole shed load. A shed load of stickers. Look how many I've got left. I've got loads. That's what I love about these journals. They're so cheap, but you get so many, and they're just so nice. When you're taking them off, just be careful, because when you peel the stickers off, sometimes the stickers underneath will come off when you're taking the masking tape or the little thingy stickers off, so just be aware of that. Right, so that is that. So let me hold it up so you can see. The camera tends to focus on the desk, but you will see on the pictures. But I quite like that. The other thing is, what I was thinking you could do is you could make this top one just slightly smaller, so not quite as tall. So instead of being 1 1/4, you could maybe make it, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, and then you'd have space for a little star on the top. So that's another little thing. Or you could do, you know, the little what they call, like, the, what is it called, wipers, the wiper cards that pop up, because that's the way that is. You might be able to figure it out, so you have a little wiper pop up, wiper star maybe. I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't really do wiper cards, so yeah. And then I got this die. This is a In Love Art Shop die from a while ago. I think it's still available because I'm sure I looked and it was. So I've just cut it out of gold, and I've made a red matte just using one of my stitched rectangle dies. And that's going to go in the middle, because although you've got a lot of space there, when this is open like that, you have to bear in mind that if it's too wide, you're not going to be able to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and just stick that straight down. Now they look like Christmas trees. Absolutely, exactly. They really do now. And I think if I'd managed to find some like Christmas lights, that would have been good. I was thinking, you know, the little rice lights. That would be so cool. If you could put the little rice lights on these as well, that would look amazing. I'm not quite sure where you'd put the, I suppose you could put the battery at the back. It would make it very chunky, but that would be so cool. Okay. Yep. So there you go. And as well, I was thinking you could do it like this and have these as flower boxes. So if you wanted it as a birthday card, you could do these little flower boxes and have little flowers popping up here. On, obviously not on that one, but you could do it on this one. And again, I mean, if you made it lower, then you could have little flowers popping up. But I thought that would be quite cool. So yeah, and it does fold down. So if we go this way, just need to give it a bit of a hand, because that, and then we can go that way. So that fits. I mean, now mine's very chunky because I had to add them extra layers in, but it will fold down flat and it will fit in an envelope for 5x7. So you could do it that way around, or you could fold this back on itself like that and do it that way around if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I think that's cool. So even though we made a mistake, it worked out right in the end. But please go and check out Sam Calcott's version, because again, hers is different again, and she's got like even, all of these are the same, you know, width, and it looks fabulous. It's really good. And again, the possibilities for it are amazing. And I've got some more ideas. She's really inspired me to, I've got some more ideas based off of her card. So I want to have a go. I will be trying to do her card as well, the double floating cube tower card. But I've had some more ideas based off of that as well. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me just clear the deck a moment and I can bring the other one in so you can see the difference between the two. And also you can make your own mind up which way you think is the best way to assemble it. I think I'm preferring this way, although it does mean this is very chunky. This way is still quite chunky, but as I said, you've got that tab on the inside there. So there's the two different ones. And as I said before, these papers are my Yuletide wishes. That's Holly Sprigs, that's Yuletide wishes. Both of these are in Love Art Shop. These stickers are Journal Say. Don't forget to check out all the links. The paper pads for these are available on Amazon. The digital kits for these are available in my Ko-fi shop for the papers. The dies, if you used iced images, it will get you 20% off your order on In Love Art Shop, and it will get you 8% off your order on Journal Say. Whew, and breathe. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm pleased with these. Very pleased with these. I like the fact they fold down. I mean, obviously they're a bit chunky, but I like the fact they fold flat. So, and any excuse to use a Journal Say sticker because they're just beautiful. I do think if you could put some little lights on them, that would be super cool. I think the lights would be really nice. Yeah, so there you go. Hi, Shannon. A bit late. Nice card. Could this be done in a slimline version? It could be. And you know what? Because as I was saying, Sam Calcott did do this, but hers are all even, so she's got all the same cube coming down. So go and check out Sam's version. And I think she's going to be doing a slimline if she hasn't already done it. So with this one as well, you probably could do a slimline. I will probably do another size of this. I just liked the wideness because then these can be the size they are. I mean, if you want to, you can fold it this way and fit it in an envelope, but your envelope needs to be, I think it was 5 by 12, I think it was. It was quite long and it was quite a big envelope. So that's why I did it so you could actually fold them all the way over. But with a slimline, you might then struggle. So yeah, I'll have to have a look. I'll have to go to the drawing board and have a look for that. But yeah, make sure you've got all notifications turned on because there will be a big announcement probably coming this week, I reckon. I might announce it this week. Why not? Hey. So yeah, and you could do this as a 6x6 as well. So yes, thank you everybody. I'm glad you all like it. Right, I'm going to poodle off because I need to edit the video for this because I filmed it and I've got a whole load more that I need to edit as well. Been trying to film and edit and like a crazy woman. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Don't forget to go and check out my Amazon shop, I suppose it is, with my paper pads. Don't forget to go and check out my Ko-fi shop. If you want to donate and help the channel out, please do. You can become a member on YouTube. You can also become a member on Ko-fi as well. Yeah, and I will see you all again next week. And I've got everything all kind of set up now, so hopefully you will actually see it. I'd also hype the video. Yes, Shannon, absolutely. If you can hype it, please do. Don't ask me how. Mine just randomly sometimes comes up that you can hype it. I don't know if you can hype a live stream, but if you can, do. That would be great. Yes, thanks for joining us, Jurassic Chaos, and also Are You Gary? I think he's probably gone by now, but anyway, I appreciate you guys come to support us. Yes, so the acetate is for strength, but it's mainly so that these all move as one, because otherwise they're all just free to do what they want, and then they don't kind of stay together. So it's more to hold, for me, it's more to hold them together than strength. It's just otherwise they just all go in different directions. Whereas this way, because you've got acetate both sides, it means then they stay together. So if you fold one in, they all go. Do you see what I mean? So that's why I've used acetate. Right, I am going to poodle off and go and do some editing. So I will see you all again next week. Bye, everyone.